talk to you today about the new Halloween TV series. I mean, is it going to be good? Is it going to be bad? I don't know. All I know, all I've heard is Michael's going to be in a prison, and, you know, what I would expect from this show, what I think, because, and I've also heard it's going, like Marvel going to spawn off its own spin off movies and shit like that. What I would guess, what I would do with this movie or this TV series is I would tell people, hey, you know, add to the lore in a right way. And, my thoughts of them telling shit in the prison, I think they're going to give us some new insights into Michael Myers. Uh, Probably, maybe new insights into Dr. Loomis would be my guess, which wouldn't be bad because I think with the Bloomhouse trilogy, they wanted to say, hey, it felt rushed because they're like, we only want to go after the first one. And now they want to try to clean up some of the, what would you call it? They would want to clean up some of the messiness and give us alternate lore that I think, number one, they're doing it in TV. So I think doing it with the TV is smart because if it goes well, then yeah, we'll want to go see the movies based off this new lore. Um, what would make this like fun and awesome? Again, I have no idea what they're going to do. All I've heard is they're going to set it in a prison, and it's basically going to be like the Missing Years. Now we've had comic books where Michael's killed people in the asylum that messed with him. Uh, should be a good one. If they cast this right, if they tell the right story, uh, is this going to be an apology to the fans? Because some people were surprised that we're getting it as soon, like they said, should come out next fall. I mean, guys, I don't think it should surprise anyone. I would be more surprised if they waited because I think they really wanted to finish off old Michael and they want to tell more robust stories because here's the deal. Um, People that complain about ends do so for one reason, really, in my opinion. There were so many, you have to write Michael ambiguous. And I think explaining a little more about him is like, look, here's what we can do. Because the Bloomhouse trilogy is its own thing. I think it was just let's end the original. Now let's go back to the original, like after that, and let's make this a more coherent timeline. Let's make this, spin off movies, do these Halloween spin off movies right. Um, what I would honestly think would be cool is if it can work as a standalone of, okay, here's what Michael's abilities are, here's what he can do. And if they would also make some more shit from the Bloomhouse trilogy, especially Halloween Ends, makes sense. Uh, could we finally get Michael Myers' Touch of Evil? Which all that means, like, when Michael's hurt or in a down state, Michael can transfer his evil into people. Look at Jamie. He was down, just his touch after he had, he was down, he had gotten hurt. Rachel ran him over the truck. Now, was that just because that's his niece? And so, the touch of evil can only be transferred from a family member? Is it a conscious thing? Is it just from touching his hand from being downed? Is it, there's a lot of reasons. Is it a conscious act? Is it just his hand, like his touch? It can only happen when he's hurt. It can only, he can do it anytime. It's just no one wants to get that close to Michael to fucking try it out. Sartain, yes, he was obsessed, but before he stabbed Hawkins in 2018, what happened? He's all rubbing on Michael's mask, which me and my brother, when we saw it in the theater, were just saying shit like Michael joins the Me Too movement and, no means no, Sartain. And then in Kills, it's like some people think Michael's transferring his evil because if he was hurt, if you buy the premise he was hurt from Kills, from the mob messing him up more than and even ties back in, he's like, when Sartain in 2018, proper diet, blah, blah, blah. And, dude's been dying, bleeding out, most likely gangrenous cuts in his hand because he's been losing blood steadily since 2018. So he ain't eating right. Certainly not like at the hospital. Not getting the exercise he needs. Just down there in the sewer, nasty, smelly. Michael's dying. Like David Gordon Green said, he's like an animal, just kind of waiting to die. So with that being said, Michael Myers is... I'd like to know, like, does he have this touch of evil? Maybe what was going on with Jamie? Was he passing it on? Does he have that ability? Anybody that watches the YouTuber Bruce do, are we just smoking crack? God, that was an awful imitation, folks. These are some things to talk about. Tell me what you think of this. Maybe you can add to it. Maybe you got better ideas. I'd love to hear from you guys in the comments down below. Are you excited for the Halloween TV show, or are you like, Jesus Christ, please let it die? Thanks, and have yourselves a great night.